What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another review video. Big shout out goes out to iScooter for reaching out to me for the second time and asking me to review one of their electric scooters. This is the iX7 Pro model. Now, about a month ago or so, I reviewed the iScooter iX5S and I was really impressed. This is the next step up, and I can't wait to try it. In this review, I'm going to go over everything there is to know about this scooter. I'm going to talk about the specs. I'm going to do a speed test, a brake test. I'm going to ride around and talk about the riding experience, and we're going to take it on a little mini off-road trail that I have over here because I am at the world-famous VoltedAdventures testing grounds. There will be chapters down below, so feel free to skip around to whatever part is of interest to you. But first, let's get started with the specs. So what we got here is the iScooter iX7 Pro electric scooter. It features dual hub motors, one in the front, one in the rear, with peak power output of 2000 watts, coupled with a 48 volts, 15 amp hour battery. iScooter claims that this should give you a range of up to 50 miles depending on riding mode and riding conditions, of course. We have 10-inch by 2.75 off-road tubeless tires, coupled with mechanical brakes with 140mm rotors, as well as electronic ABS. This scooter also has dual front shock absorbers, as well as dual rear shocks for a smooth, comfortable ride. The handlebar stem can fold, of course, for easy transportation and storage. In the front of the scooter, we have a small but decently bright headlight. And in the rear, we have a taillight with an active brake light, as well as turn signals. The total weight of the scooter is 65.5 pounds, with the max load capacity of 330 pounds. And up on the handlebars, we have our front brake and our thumb throttle. In the center, we have a nice color display. And on the left side, we have our rear brake, our on-off switch, our mode selector, our headlight switch, turn signals, and a bell. And that is pretty much it for the specs. Now, as far as the price, this scooter is currently going for $899. Now, is this thing good value for money or not? That is exactly what we're going to find out today. Now, before we continue, just one thing that stands out right away to me is just the build quality of this thing. It looks really, really solid. But anyways, with that being said, let's do our speed test. Now, I just want to quickly show you guys the starting procedure on this thing, which is super simple. You just hit this power button for about 3 seconds and the scooter will turn on. I hope you guys can see the screen well. Sometimes the screen flickers on video. But anyways, this scooter has 4 modes. There's walk mode. You change mode by hitting this S button. So we got walk, we got eco, race, and sport. And that's in the single motor. If we hit the M button twice, we'll go into dual motors, and the same thing. We have walk mode, eco, race, and sport. So technically we have 8 different modes. For this particular speed test, I'm going to be using both motors in sport mode, the highest mode. I got my GPS open, speed reset, put that in my pocket, and let's see how... Oh my god, holy cow. I was going to say, let's see how fast this thing is. And it was flying under my feet. Insane. Front wheel spinning like crazy. Oh my god, this thing's a rocket ship. Holy cow. I don't know if we'll have enough room. Alright, scooter's showing 38.2, so we're at the max speed, but it feels like, oh my god. Oh my god. What an experience. That is wild. I don't know if we had enough room. Let's check the GPS real quick. Yeah, GPS is showing 31.6. I don't think we had enough room. Let's give it one more try over here. I have to. Oh my. That was a wild experience. Oh my god, the takeoff and torque on this thing is absolutely crazy. Now that beep you just heard, that means the cruise control is enabled. But I'm just gonna keep on. Oh my god, it's so windy. I hope you guys can hear me. This thing flies. Okay, scooter showing 38 again. I'm just gonna go till the end of the road. My GPS app is laggy. Oh man, this thing is a hell of an experience. Oh man, did you hear that? That front wheel is just spinning like crazy. Holy cow. You definitely got to be ready for that dual motor mode. Alright, let's see. Alright, so my GPS app is showing 33 miles per hour. Now, iScooter, on their website, they claim up to 38. I don't really know what up to 38 means, but we managed to get 38. Now, again, this GPS app is a bit laggy. I will say that. So I'm gonna give the scooter the benefit of the doubt. It did feel like I'm gaining more, even though the speedometer was locked on 38. It felt like I was gaining speed. So what I'm trying to say is, if this road was a bit longer and I had more room, I would probably be able to at least hit 35. But regardless, 33 is pretty nuts. I wish it matched the speedometer, but regardless, that is pretty nuts. Recently I reviewed oh my god, recently I reviewed an e-bike that's dual motor, and I was loving it. That front wheel was spinning all over the place. And the same goes with this thing. Dual motors are just absolutely insane. That is, what an experience. You got to be ready for it, because if you're not ready for it, this thing is gonna fly underneath you. But anyways, that was our speed test. Now let's do our brake test. Now, a few things before we do the brake test is, I used to just run whatever product I'm reviewing at max speed and do it, but honestly that doesn't give us an accurate reading, especially when I have products that can reach such high top speeds. It's not really a fair or accurate way to measure. So from now on, brake tests will be at 20 miles an hour, which is kind of like an average speed anyways. So just keep that in mind. Second thing is, these are mechanical brakes and they can be adjusted. Keep that in mind as well. And they're brand new. They'll only get better with time. But with all that being said, let's see, I am at 24 miles an hour. Slow down, there's a bush. I'll be braking in 3, 2, 1. Holy cow. Oh my god, are you kidding me? That is by far the shortest distance I've ever had. I have to run it again. I mean, we're talking at about 5 feet, even maybe less. So I have to run it again. All right, let's try one more time. Okay, scooter is showing 23, 24, braking in 3, 2. Holy cow, are you serious? Maybe a half a foot more than last time, but I was going a bit faster. Absolutely crazy result. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Brakes are really good on this thing. Wow. Oh my god, that is wild. Anyways, that was our brake test. Now let's talk about the scooter itself and the company. The company iScooter has been around forever. As I mentioned, I reviewed, oh, here's that cruise control turning. That's pretty convenient. But yeah, so I reviewed the iX7 not too long ago, and I was really impressed with that scooter. It was like literally almost perfect. This is like the next step up, and so far you can definitely tell the difference. This just has more power for sure. As far as the geometry, really nice. The frame feels very solid. Here's that cruise control again. I keep forgetting that I have it turned on. You can definitely turn that off by using the app if you didn't want that to be there. But anyways, yeah, frame super solid. And this scooter does sit a bit higher than regular scooters, so you kind of feel like above everything, and it's really nice. The suspension itself is really nice too. I will show you that right now. So this is what the suspension feels like. Pretty good. Not too soft, not too stiff. Of course, we're going to test it to its full capabilities when we do our off-road test. Oh my god, this thing is crazy. And guys, if you are enjoying this video so far as much as I am reviewing this thing, smash that like button. Do me a solid. As far as the power goes, I mean, you saw that this thing is like spinning wheels like crazy, especially the front one when you're in dual motor mode. It has plenty of torque to the point where if you're not ready, you're gonna fly off this thing, and I'm being serious. So you definitely got to be ready for that when you're taking off. Be easy on the throttle. If you are interested in the scooter and you end up getting it, I would highly recommend starting with the rear motor only at like a lower speed mode. Unless you have experience with scooters, you might hurt yourself because it does yank you back. Now let's look at our turning radius, and I mean, it is a scooter, so we should have a pretty crazy turning radius, which we do. Oh my god, this thing is insane. Now keep in mind, if you're going to be running both motors at the highest mode, obviously you're not going to get the estimated range. Your range is going to go down drastically, especially if you're on that throttle all the time. Keep that in mind. Now let's go ahead and do our off-road test. I want to show you just a glimpse of the power that this scooter has. Check this out. It's just spinning tire like crazy. This thing just absolutely flies. Now the suspension is okay. It's definitely better than not having anything. Wow, this thing has so much power. I can't be on the throttle for too long. This thing flies. I also gotta be wary of that cruise control. If you're not ready for it, it could definitely trick you. Whoa, now we got this uphill. Oh yeah, this thing just eats it up. No problem at all. Wow, this thing is a monster. Literally a monster. I can't even look down to see how fast I'm going. Monster. Wow. I'm getting arm pump from holding on. This thing is an absolute beast. It just flies. Absolutely crazy. Wow. Wow. I'm like speechless. I'm speechless. That was absolutely insane. Now I'm gonna do something that I typically do not do, but since this scooter claims that it can climb a 25-degree grade, we're gonna try this hill climb over here, which is pretty gnarly. The camera never does it justice. This thing is at least a 25-degree grade, but let's see what happens. Will it have enough power to climb this thing? So far, so good. I do feel the motor's struggling a bit, but oh my god, we're climbing this thing like nothing. Absolutely ate it up. Wow, that was impressive. Again, it doesn't do it justice, the camera does not, but this is a pretty steep hill. It was a little bumpy on the way up, I will say that, but it managed to do it with no problem. Wow, I'm really impressed. Now I usually like to stop and assess the situation. Specifically, I'm looking at like the lock-in mechanism on scooters, and if anything got loose, which it doesn't seem like it did. Wow guys, I'm literally speechless with this thing. What an impressive scooter. I had such a blast reviewing this one. At this point, let's do things I like, things I don't like, and we'll score it as well. Things I like. I like the power this thing has. Absolutely insane. I always say in my reviews, when you're riding 25 miles an hour or faster on these e-bikes, scooters, whatever, it actually feels like you're moving. We were only able to hit about 33 miles an hour out of the claimed 38. But maybe someone that's a bit lighter than me might be able to hit that speed. And the other thing is I kind of ran out of space. If I had more space to give my GPS enough time to catch up, we probably would have gotten at least 35 miles an hour, which is absolutely crazy on a scooter like this. I love the dual motors. It's such a unique experience that is hard to put into words. It's really, really fun. I also like the overall build of this thing. It is built like a tank, and I love that rear footrest, whatever you want to call it. Gives you more options for different stances or whatnot. And I really like that screen right in front of you, fairly large, gives you all the information you need. Really good. Another thing I really like was the suspension. Now, it wasn't the softest, most plush suspension in the world, but it was not harsh at all. It was like, if this is plush, this is hard, it was like between medium and plush. It felt really good, and it managed to handle our off-road section and our hill climb with ease. Another thing I really like is having that brake light and turn signals. Really cool, really important. You may use this for off-road only, so you may not have a need for it, but somebody who's commuting and using this on the road, that's a cool feature to have. Now let's do things I don't like. And I always try to find at least one thing I don't like, just to kind of be like, I don't know, transparent or fair or whatever. In this situation, it's not that I don't like it. I'm talking about the brakes. It's not that I don't like them, because they worked really well. It's more of I wish it had. So I wish it had hydraulic brakes. And if this thing had hydraulic brakes, it would have been on another level. That's pretty much the only thing I don't like. Now, what score am I giving this scooter, considering the price as well? $899. I think that for $899 and what you're getting over here, the total package, with my experience of reviewing this thing, I'm giving the scooter a 9 out of 10. If this scooter had hydraulic brakes for the same price, it would have been a 10 out of 10, but 9 out of 10 it is, and it's an excellent score. Do I recommend this scooter? I 100% recommend this thing. You are going to have a blast. Again, be careful with that throttle. You're going to fly off this thing. It's got so much power. Now, I'm pretty sure I was able to go over everything there is to know about this scooter, but in case I missed anything, please leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer. If I was able to provide you guys with any type of value, I'd highly appreciate it if you left a like on this video. It's free for you. It helps me out a lot, helps the channel out. If you want to see more of these reviews, and there are plenty more coming, definitely hit that subscribe button. But that is pretty much it for me, guys. My name is Tom. This has been the iScooter iX7 Pro electric scooter review. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!